Just gonna go ahead and record my screen. Great. All right, so I'm hoping, let me just make sure that volume is all the way up for you. All right, as promised, I wanted to give you guys just a little bird's eye view of like just my process in terms of how I'm working on this project because I definitely want to say it is definitely like it's a big project to kind of work on this planner. So I wanted to give you guys like a little bird's eye view into how I'm going about it. I um I do work on designing. I actually own a TPT store, which is a Teachers Pay Teacher store. Um, I create planners. Let me see if I show you. If you could see up here, I do create in general planners for teachers and students. So what I wanted to do also was maybe work on, let me just put that down here. Um, but I also have a lot of my products in PowerPoint because if you know Teachers Pay Teachers, lots of the products are always recommended to be created via PowerPoint. So that's kind of where that comes from. So um, I'm going to show you the template that I chose from Netta for these planner. And you can see I started already kind of editing it a little bit, but something that I learned a little trick from Jessa Bellman. You all probably know her. She has a membership, a designing membership called Passive Income Society. It is traditionally for Etsy sellers, but I use a lot of the techniques that I learned from watching the trainings into what I do. So something she showed us was anytime you're working from a template, the best thing that you can do is first open a clear document. So from for Canva, that's right here. It's the add page button. And then you would go ahead and add your branding colors and the elements that you want to include into the just into the like into a blank page. And let me show you why that's very helpful. So you can see, so basically what I first did was I chose these three right here are wallpapers or pattern paper that I use in the majority of my branding in my website. Um, and I kind of just always take bits and pieces of these colors and I try to place the elements into products that I create, especially in Canva. Um, and I wanted to start collecting some family images here of just different things that I do, just different projects that I'm working on. So I haven't added a lot of pictures and images. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to my upload folder and I'm going to go ahead. You can see here, these are products that you can see the yellow. Those are products I created, but those are in PowerPoint. So those are very different styled templates. Um, but it's good to know how to create templates in multiple places. Actually, no, I'm gonna pull that up because this is my logo. This is my actual teacher TPT logo. So I want to keep that because I'm the cozy creative teacher on Teachers Pay Teachers, and that is my logo. I have it always in my downloads. I'm trying to find some maybe images that I can include. Maybe that might, I may use some of these images, I may not. But the idea is just to kind of create a document with just a one-page document, just with a variety of elements that you would like to include. Um, I think I have this one. No, this is one of my favorites. It's it's just me holding a candle. I won't be using the background, and I'll show you how I'm gonna actually edit that. Um, and then you can see on the second page, these are some quotes that um, I got through a PLR template, but you can also create quotes like this in ChatGPT, which I also did a training for that as well. But these are in general, these same quotes you'll see them, they are layered in a variety of my products and journals. So that's why I kind of I always have the same ones kind of saved in my upload files. Uh, Let me keep scrolling, see if I want to just see if I find any pictures, images, or maybe a clip art or two that I'd like to include. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create another page down here and I'm gonna add additional clip art. So I'll show you how I'm gonna upload that. Up here you can see I have this, these are kind of some flowers. Maybe I think just to keep it consistent, I'm gonna bring this clip art down to the blank page so that I have all my clip art that I'd like to use in the template. Uh, let's go copy, see if that works. Paste, yes. So I'm just gonna copy and paste it so that I have, um, well, I can cut it actually. Just let you cut, no. So let's copy, paste. I can delete that from there in case I find any more images. And then I'm going to just copy and paste it here. So these are just some flowers. Again, I got them most likely. I am a part of a PLR membership that gives you clip arts and different design features that you'd like to use. I'm a member of Creative Fabrica. You can see my quotes are here. And I'm a member of Secret Weapon PLR. And then, of course, Jessup Bellman's membership. I use a lot of the design elements there, even within my teachers' products that I create. So mine are a little, what I do is I kind of give the flair of Etsy into teachers, paid teachers. So sometimes um, my products are not going to really look like very kidsy with the little childlike clip art. It's more just a different elements, and I like that. Um, to each his own in how people want to create, but I'm not a fan of like the childish clip art. So I like pretty and a variety of things to include. So right now I'm just scrolling through my uploads to see if I find any type of maybe some clip arts, and the specific clip art I want to show you what I'm looking for are my moths and my butterflies. So you can see here's my 3 wallpapers that I consistently use throughout my products. I could find my moss. Let's see. This is some gingham. Here's another image. Maybe I'll add that. Again, I'm not necessarily going to use all of these images, but I just want to have them here just in case it's something that I could use and, as just kind of a photo of me. These are not professional photos. I do not have I don't have like really a studio. That would be like a nice, possibility if I could ever have someone to do photos for me. Maybe I can ask the person. I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is ask the person who does our family Christmas photos if they could actually like, maybe do some like professional pictures for me. But we'll see. Oh, here are my moths. So, all right, again, these are from, these are from a PLR membership where I get a variety of different styles of clip arts to use. I don't resell anything that directly from like PLR. I actually utilize the elements within new products I create. So let me find my moth. And here's one that I use. These are just like things, just really pretty. That's the dragonfly. So usually it's the moths that I actually include in my elements. So I'm gonna put the moth here. I use that one. That's pretty. Maybe this one is nice too. It is a little, but the flowers you could see are a little more purplish, and there is no purple in the clip. I'm gonna delete that because there's no purple elements in the product in my specific logo style or my aesthetic style. So I'm not going to use that. Any others that I see that I'd like to include? I think that's maybe this one. This one could be a possibility, but it is a dragonfly. It's not the moth. So I'm not sure, but all right. And anything else? I think that's good. I think that is perfect. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and create, let me go back. I don't want to delete that. All right, there we go. And now I'm gonna go ahead and add one more page, and this is gonna be for my stock images. So let me just click that. Here's one stock image I do like to use. Um, I have lots of stock images, but these are more for products. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do, I'm gonna go here into my, if I could find my Dropbox, I found it earlier. Nope, this is not it. Let me go into my apps and there's my Dropbox. And I have Dropbox, it's kind of like a page storage. Um, for like, different clip arts and all types of, uh, you know, wallpapers and things like that that you'd like to use. You could save documents, you could create documents and save them in Dropbox. I don't do that. I have Google Drive for that. And then most of the products I try to create are mostly PDF files. So I'm gonna scroll down and try to find I think it was my home office floral filler photos. Yes, and I'm gonna see all, and you can see, so I have lots of stock images of just kind of filler photos that I like to use in my designs. So I'm gonna go ahead and just save a few of these, have them ready, just just to make sure that I have these things, these elements prepared. And I think that when you're creating like a big journal like that, like or any type of project, it's very helpful to have these type of design elements ready and available for you. Um, it saves you time, pretty much is what it is, right? Because imagine not having access to these different all these different clip art elements, quotes, um, wallpapers, images, and even your logo. You'd have to kind of for any time you if you don't have it prepped ahead of time, then you wind up having to look for it. So I thought, you know, this was like a genius idea that you could use to kind of just make sure you have all these things ready ahead of time and prepped so that you can, kind of maybe seamlessly work on your products. All right, I think that's it. I like to have them. I like to have the ones with the laptop image in the back, maybe a little bit of planning, with the notebook and the pencil there. I like that. Um, do I want to add any more? Maybe this one, but we'll see. That's it. That's all I have for right now. So. Now let me just check the time on my Zoom. I'm gonna open it really quickly because I am recording and I have the free version of Zoom. I had the paid, but I don't think I actually needed it. And I closed that one for right now. So I'm just having a sip of my coffee. All right, I'm gonna show you something that I do and why having all of these type of different I guess brand color and pages at least as pages within your document as you're creating are very helpful. All right, so now let's say that here's my image, right? This is just as a template. I started filling it out, but I want to show you something that's really good. So when you click on the wallpaper or when you click on the image, you go down here and if you scroll the color button, that will pull up all the different design elements or design features. Now, if you click on photo colors, if you click see all, every single color element, what Canva does is it pulls every single color element from any image or clip art that you're uploading. So that's how you're able to kind of keep a consistent style of color within your document and to make it yours. So I chose this type of cream. I'm gonna play with a few images. I like that one. It doesn't, it's all depends on which one you want to choose. I'm gonna go to my wallpapers, which are right here. And you can see this one's called light yellow. I think that's very pretty. And if you scroll all the way down, if you click the change all button, it applies it, I think that color scheme to every single document you're creating. That's, you know, that's why Canva I think is a great, it's great to create products with. Um, this green, I do have this kind of minty colored, let me see if I could pull what's the name of this color. Doesn't really have it. So here's the thing also. You could see I'm gonna click on this circle image right here. which is where you put your page numbers. And I'm going to click on the color. And you can see what I already did was create my own brand, which is Cozy Creative Teacher. And these are typically the colors I pull from in most of my documents as well. So not only, and I'm clicking on the brand kit, and I actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 brand kits that are my own brand kits, like already prepared ahead of time. You could also do this with fonts. You could also kind of connect your own fonts to your own brand kits, which is, then once you have that set up within Canva, it's easier to create products. So this image, this color right here, I'm going to see if I'm going to, maybe I'd like to lighten it a little bit more. Maybe I can pull from maybe this like nice color here, which is not much different. You could see, right? If I click on it, it's not much different. So or I could kind of go up into my font colors and choose that one that might match. But it kind of, I feel like these two are like too similar, so I'm not really feeling it. Maybe that one. Let's see. I'm not sure. I think the better color, if I go to the photo image, I think is this one. I feel like it just blends well, so I'm gonna go ahead. And that one is a um, standalone element, the circle, so it's not gonna, I can't click change all. All right, now let's look at font. What I went ahead and did, give me a minute because I'm stuck in, there it is. So here, so Netta's original font is not Canva Sans. Let me see if the old one comes up. I think she did, I'm not sure. There was another font. I actually love that style font, but I don't want to use a bold one. I have a Montserrat semi-bold, but I can also go to the Canva Sans and can we do, I'm gonna type in Canva Sans. And I know that Canva Sans is like it's like the feature, it's basically the one that just, anytime you create a product, Canva Sans is the first font that comes up. But I actually like it for, in terms of using it for, I like using it for like a header like this. It's nice. This Amsterdam 2 font that says Inspired Educator. So I already did title my planner because I already had the information ahead of time. And this part that says Inspired Educator, I've never seen this font before and I love it. It's actually one of my favorite. I think it's like such a beautiful font. I haven't decided if I'm not gonna keep it, if I'm gonna keep it or not, but I really, really like it. So what I'm gonna do, maybe what I'll do is I'll pull, maybe I think this one, copy, and I want to go ahead and paste my font here. I'm going to delete this and I'm going to, sorry, keep that there and there. I think this is so much prettier. This is pretty. I feel like the colors go together. Let me make it smaller for you. So you see like kind of the colors like go nicely together. Maybe let me straighten that, make sure there's enough spacing. Yep. So that's kind of a little trick I learned. Here's my tagline, which is way too long, so I'll have to shorten it. But it is something that I'm going to work on. And again, because I've already changed my elements across and the colors, which is the color for that, I'm going to go into the text color. I believe that I used I used this green right here. So I'm going to change all. And then all my colors now are changed to that font because those are typically the colors I use. I'm a very, I don't know, earthy green style. Um, so these are just the different steps. Let's see. The name of the planner goes here. You'll probably have to do that. I'm pretty sure there's a way to like, let's see if I can copy. And then I'm gonna go put Control V, theinspireeducatorhub.com. I can do here, Control V, but I don't like that font. I actually like this. Well, I don't even like this font as well. It's Canva Sans. Maybe I'll change it to Laura. Laura's another font that I regularly use in my products. I just feel like it's very clean and it looks pretty in like straight font and also in italics. So I actually maybe will go ahead and see if I can do a Laura, and then I'm gonna change, oh, see, but here's the trick. If I click change all my Canva Sans headers will automatically change to Laura. And you could see the style of the Laura font is it's kind of has like little, it just has a little different style elements. And I don't want, but I love, but the subheader here, I don't want it, I don't want like too much, like I want the subheader to stand out, if you understand what I'm trying to say. So I don't want to like kind of have too many different styles of fonts. I want it to be subtle. So I'll take the additional time out of my day to like make sure I kind of make that a little smaller. And I do think it's still too big, that font. So I'm gonna just make it a little tinier. And I think, let me just make sure it's centered and there. So you see we have the inspirededucatorhelp.com. And I'm gonna go ahead. Let me see if I know there's a way. co- I want to copy. So I'm going to see here. And then I believe you can do paste as, no, let's go back. And I can try to do paste. Yeah, it doesn't, I'll just have to like change the font and the font and the size to different, just to 14 and Laura. So that's kind of how I'm doing it. Um, I want to show you what I actually did with using Neta's advice when I went ahead and um, I watched her Canva training video. So I want to show you guys what I actually did. Um, and it's gonna take a little bit of extra time when you are creating products, but I just think that it makes it more your own work, if that makes sense, right? So, and I have week 2 planner work. Here's my freebie planner, and everything that I worked on in the chat GPT that Netta gave us, I went ahead and I just kind of copied the basic outline, right? Audience's core pain point. I just, anything that I have within the chat that was a conversation between me and the chat that had to do with my product that I was creating, I went ahead and I did an evaluation framework with it, just kind of a scoring guide, and then how to weaving my actual online community into the planner as well, because I want this planner to be more of an evergreen product that's going to funnel directly into my membership. Um, and then you can see that then it went through like each section by section, and I actually copied it. I did not go back and forth with chat. And let me explain why. Because I think that once you keep going back and forth with chat too much for like if you want to create a planner or some type of booklet, I'm gonna stop sharing now. Um, I think that your contact gets less and less and less. And then if you ask it at the end of that chat to create like a Word document of like, all the content, it's gonna make it so much smaller. So it's good to get like use chat for like the basics of what you want to get done. If you want some to help it create some content or some maybe slides and just different pieces of information and section it for you. But it's better to cut. Netta is right. Like if anyone is curious, it is better to just kind of open a Google Doc, because Google will save it as you're working on it versus like a Word document. A Word document, if you don't remember to continually hit the save button, you may lose all of your work. So I just think it's better to create the whole Google document, and then, I'm not using all of this content. I'm gonna probably most likely go through it page by page, just like Netta has in the Canva document. And I'm just gonna kind of update those sections and that information, add my images, and just kind of work on that. So that is so it took one whole week for me to kind of get this process completed. I actually really like that I was able to take the time to do it. I didn't want to rush. I'm glad that we have an extra week. Um, to kind of get that information, get our planner together, and then we have the third week of this training. But it does take time. I didn't want to rush through it. I want to make it like I really want to make this planner or this journal planner or journal that I'm creating for my members. I want to make it like, make it really all about me and the membership and really think critically about how it's going to help others because again, I want it to be something that it's just the whole year, just, complete um, marketing through the whole year. So I hope that I gave you some ideas today on how to just, maybe to like when you're creating products using Canva or it's helpful to just have like, kind of populate all of the elements you want to include in just separate pages within that document, and then you'll know how to use it as you're creating. You can just pull directly from your document. And you don't have to keep going to the upload file and finding things because that does take time. So I hope you guys have a great day. I am so excited to like see you guys' products in the RFS community. And I'm so grateful to meet all of you and good luck with everything you're working on, guys. Bye.